Hey, in this video, we're going to discuss Spring projects. So what exactly are Spring projects? Well, these are just additional Spring modules that are built on top of the core framework. So think of them as simply add-ons. You only use what you need. So they have projects here for Spring Cloud and Spring Data. So Cloud for doing cloud development, Data for database integration. They also have Spring Batch for creating batch processes, Spring Security for securing your application. And then also if you're doing some Android development, you can use Spring for Android. Or if you're doing like a Webflow over X number of pages, you can make use of Spring Webflow. And then at the bottom here, we have Spring Web Services for doing like RESTful and SOAP web services. And then also Spring LDAP for accessing LDAP servers. And this is only a small sprinkling of what's out there. So, the Spring community, they're very active, very vibrant, and they're creating all these additional projects that you can use in your application if needed. But again, these are all optional. But the best place to get information on these projects here is simply by going to Spring's website, spring.io, like I mentioned in the previous video. So at spring.io, you can select the option here for projects, and then it'll give you some of the projects here that are available online. So there's Spring Boot, which is one that's really popular right now. And each one of these projects or tabs here, you can simply click on it and go and get more details. But here they simply give you a nice little one-line or two-line blurb as far as what the project's about. Spring Social, this is a really good one here. This allows you to create Spring apps that communicate with Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And the number 4 in the corner means that there's more stuff behind it. So if we click this link here for Spring Social, then we can move into Spring Social and get more details. So they have their core, Spring Social for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And again, you can click each one of these links and then you can drill down and get more details on how to use some of these frameworks or APIs. So again, just kind of scrolling through, we already saw the Spring Android, Webflow, LDAP, web services, and session. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff out here. So if you have a lot of free time, I'd say take a look at this and see what's going on. But again, a lot of good documentation out here and a lot of good examples. And each little tab here is kind of like a world in its own that you kind of enter and get into. So we could probably write a book on each one of these little tabs or write a course on each one of these little tabs. There's so much information out there. But anyways, I simply wanted to give you an overview, let you know that, hey, these other projects are out there and available. You can visit Spring's website at spring.io, go to the projects tab, and then you can just read up on each one of those projects and see if you could use them in your own project. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.